Psychology shows that childhood emotional neglect is one of the most misunderstood experiences because it's defined by what didn't happen. No yelling, just emotional absence. Many people grow up believing their childhood was fine, yet feel empty, disconnected, or emotionally confused as adults. Here are 7 psychological signs you may have experienced childhood emotional neglect. 1. You struggle to identify what you're feeling. Psychology shows that emotionally neglected children are rarely taught how to name or process emotions. As adults, they don't lack feelings. They lack clarity. They sense discomfort, heaviness, or irritation, but can't easily label it as sadness, anger, or fear. Emotions feel blurry rather than intense. This happens because no one helped translate feelings into understanding early on. 2. You feel guilty for having needs. People who experienced emotional neglect often feel uncomfortable asking for support. Psychology explains that when emotional needs were ignored or minimized in childhood, the brain learns that needing something equals burdening others. As adults, they downplay struggles, apologize for existing, or tell themselves others have it worse. Need itself begins to feel wrong. 3. You're hyper-independent even when exhausted. Emotional neglect often creates extreme self-reliance. Psychology shows that when children learn, they can't depend on emotional support. They adapt by depending only on themselves. As adults, they struggle to delegate, open up, or lean on others, even when overwhelmed. Independence becomes survival, not strength. 4. You feel empty even during good moments. One of the quietest signs of emotional neglect is emotional fatness. Psychology notes that people may achieve goals, laugh with friends, or appear successful, yet still feel a hollow background emptiness. Joy doesn't fully land. Satisfaction fades quickly. This happens when emotional attunement was missing during development. 5. You minimize your own pain automatically. Emotionally neglected children often learn to self-invalidate. Psychology shows they dismiss their own struggles before anyone else can. They intellectualize pain, joke about it, or move on too quickly not because it doesn't hurt, but because acknowledging it feels unsafe. The mind learned that pain wasn't worth noticing. 6. You feel deeply, but express little. Contrary to stereotypes, emotionally neglected people are not emotionless. Psychology shows they often feel intensely inside, but struggle to express it outwardly. Vulnerability feels risky. Emotional expression feels unfamiliar. So feelings stay contained, unshared, and unresolved. 7. You were told you were too sensitive. Growing up, many emotionally neglected children were not comforted. They were corrected. Psychology explains that being labeled dramatic, too emotional, or overreacting teaches the child to distrust their internal experience. As adults, they question their own reactions and seek external validation for their feelings. Sensitivity wasn't the problem. Neglect was. Psychology is clear about one thing. Childhood emotional neglect doesn't mean your parents didn't love you. It means they didn't know how to meet emotional needs. And the effects aren't loud. They're subtle, internal, and long-lasting. If these signs resonate, it doesn't mean something is broken in you. It means you adapted to emotional absence the only way you could. Awareness isn't about blame. It's about finally giving yourself the emotional recognition you never received.